Namaskar. Myself, Professor Deepti Bisht, Department of Kayachikitsa, Faculty of Ayurveda Sciences, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University. Today, in this session for class BMS 4th year, I am going to session regarding rheumatoid arthritis. All of you are aware of the disease, so we will have a general introduction in beginning. So, rheumatoid arthritis is a long-term autoimmune disease that primarily affects joints. It typically results in warm, swollen, and painful joints. Pain and stiffness often worsen following rest. Most commonly, the wrist and hands are involved, with the same joints typically involved on both sides of the body. This disease may also affect other parts of the body, including skin, eyes, lungs, heart, nerves, and blood. So, this may result in a low red blood cell count, inflammation around the lungs, and inflammation around the heart. Fever and low energy is a very prominent feature in rheumatoid arthritis. So, in this session, we are going to cover following points. These are sign and symptoms, then prevention, diagnosis, and management of rheumatoid arthritis. So first of all, we are going to discuss the clinical features. Rheumatoid arthritis primarily affects joints, but is also affects other organs in more than 15 to 25% of the cases. Associated problems include cardiovascular diseases, osteoporosis, interstitial lung diseases, infection, cancer, depression, and various mental difficulties. So, arthritis of joints involves inflammation of the synovial membrane. Joints become swollen, tender, and warm, and stiffness limits their movement. With time, multiple joints are also affected, which is called polyarthritis, and most commonly involved joints are small joints of the hands, feet, and cervical spine, but larger joints like shoulder and knee can also be involved. This disease RA typically manifests with signs of inflammation, with the affected joints being swollen, warm, painful, and stiff, particularly in morning. So, morning stiffness is present in this disease. Increased stiffness early in the morning is prominent feature. Gentle movements may relieve symptoms in early stages of disease. These signs help distinguish rheumatoid from non-inflammatory problems of the joints like osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis is a condition of joints where there is no inflammation. Now, the onset is insidious, chronic course, frequent exacerbation and remissions are founded. Here, symmetrical peripheral joints are involved, as I have mentioned. Some deformities, specific deformities which are seen include ulnar deviation, then there is buttonhole deformity, then flexion of proximal interphalangeal joints and extension of distal interphalangeal joint. This deformity is known as buttonhole deformity. Swan neck deformity is there. In swan neck deformity, there is hyperextension at the proximal interphalangeal joints and flexion at the distal interphalangeal joint. It is also known as Z thumb or Z deformity. So it consists of hyperextension of interphalangeal joints. Then hammer toe deformity may also be seen. In cases if skin is involved, rheumatoid nodule is most common symptom which is seen. It is a type of inflammatory reaction which is known as necrotizing granuloma, and it is basically seen in the pressure areas like elbow, heel, knuckle, and other areas of sustained repeated mechanical stress. Nodules are associated with a positive rheumatoid factor titer. Several forms of vasculitis also occur in rheumatoid arthritis. Other skin conditions which are associated with RA are pyoderma gangrenosum, erythema nodosum, and palmar edema, and skin fragility. Lungs fibrosis is commonly associated as a complication of rheumatoid arthritis. In long-term cases, people with RA are more prone to atherosclerosis and risk of myocardial infarction. Stroke is markedly increased. There are possible complications like pericarditis, endocarditis, and fibrosis. Next important sign which is seen in RA is anemia. It is for the most common abnormality of the blood cells which can caused by variety of mechanisms. We are not going into that, but there is a raised hepcidin levels which leads to anemia of chronic disease. Iron is poorly absorbed and it is sequestered into macrophages. These red cells are of normal size and color, so anemia is normocytic and normochromic. Low white blood cell is also seen in cases of rheumatoid arthritis. Other organs which are involved in RA are kidneys in the form of renal amyloidosis, and eyes where episcleritis or scleritis can be seen, keratitis, infiltration of lacrimal and salivary glands. All these things are involved. Liver is also involved. Sometimes neurological symptoms like peripheral neuropathy and mononeuritis is also seen. Rheumatoid disease of the spine can lead to myelopathy. Other constitutional symptoms include fatigue, low-grade fever, morning stiffness, loss of appetite, and loss of body weight. Now, the tests which are done to diagnose rheumatoid arthritis, most common tests which are done are rheumatoid factor, which usually comes positive. Another important test is ESR, which is raised in acute phase of RA. In case of radiological investigations, X-rays of hands and feet are generally performed and the affected joint is visualized. Now, treatment. The important part of this session is plan of the treatment. So, in early treatment, usually rest to the part is given. Hot fomentation is given with Bexvar, and drugs for the relief in symptoms which are given usually used are non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs and glucocorticoids. So, since there is no cure for RA, but treatments can improve symptoms and slow the progress of the disease, disease-modifying treatment has the best result when it is started early and aggressively. So, use of DMARDs is done. DMARDs consist of following drugs: chloroquine, hydroxychloroquine sulfate, 2 HS for 14 days, and then 1 HS for rest of period. Methotrexate 15 mg orally once a week for 10 to 12 weeks if given. Then another drug, leflunomide, which is given in loading dose of 100 mg daily for first 3 days, and then maintenance dose of 10 mg daily for next 2 to 4 days is given. So the goals of treatment of these DMARDs are to minimize the symptoms such as pain and swelling, to prevent the bone deformity, and to maintain day-to-day functioning. Another drugs which are used are penicillamine and gold injections. Now, management of management goals. So the most important part in the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis is the proper following the management goals. These are suppression of inflammation in joints and other tissues, maintenance of joint and muscle function and prevention of deformities by the use of DMARDs, repair of joint damage to improve the function and to relieve pain. So to prevent, what we should do, regular exercises is recommended as both safe and useful to maintain the muscle strength and overall physical functions. Physical activity is beneficial for people with rheumatoid arthritis who experience fatigue. Besides this, occupational therapies has a positive role in improving functional ability of the people. And beside this, there are some methods of prevention, like in Ayurveda, we prescribe them Sanshodhan and Shaman therapy in the form of various Ayurvedic medicines. When we will study the topic of Amvat, we will discuss in detail there. So the important portions which is useful from point of examination is to know the diagnosis, to know the management of rheumatoid arthritis, and complete DMARDs, drugs of rheumatoid arthritis. So we will meet in next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.